Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's our fault. That's why I am. Yeah, that's what? Yeah. Okay, I'll get you some. I hope somebody can stop you. You get the first pitch, you get first.
Test, test. Sound okay? Hello, and welcome to the 2022 Futures All-Star Game presented by Rättviks Glass. This is Evan Opperman on the call today for this lovely 11 a.m. Saturday, July 16th game between the Sweden Futures and the Euro Stars. Sam Börjes from Rättvik is on the mound today. Laval was a last edition Euro Stars route, placing Jonathan Bringerud. And here we go in time for the first pitch of the day. First pitch. And a strike right down the middle. Sam's got some gas in his arm today. That was a lofty 84 miles an hour on our official radar gun. The second pitch and a ball low in the dirt. Let's cover the defense for the Futures. Looks like we have Elias Nordsell catching somebody else. As we get strike two right down the middle. Never mind, that's a ball. Faked me out there. I thought it looked pretty good. We have a 2-1 count and a foul ball. Anyways, Nordsell behind the dish representing Gävle Baseball Club. We have Ole Jørsten at first base. 2-2. Ball in the dirt. Be a full count. Ole is out there representing Rättvik. We also have Alex Börjes playing second base. The full count pitch. And strike three on the curveball. Beautiful pitch to get glove. Oh, that'll be 1 out. Now it's bad Max Hill from Stockholm's Baseball Club. At shortstop, we have Max's brother Felix Hill, also from Stockholm. Third base, we have Hans Höglund as ball one comes in. Hans plays for Rättvik also. Left field, we have Ville Lafke. Center field, and ball two comes in. Center field, Tobias Bremerud. And right field, Axel Hansen, both from Stockholm. We got one ball here to Hill. And that's going to be a strike. Hill thought about it. Decided not to go around. 1-1 count. Curveball for a strike. Gets away from Nordsell behind the dish. One and two in the pitch. Strike three on another curveball. It's 2 strikeouts for Börjes to start off the game, both on the curveball. Börjes was the Junior Series MVP last season. In a historic season for him. I don't have his stats in front of me, but he hit well over 500 in the Junior Series, as well as contributing to the Elite Series club. He comes set. Another slider for a ball. It's Joel Johnson at the plate, wearing number 95.
Sammy just woke up. Go right after him.
Joe plays center field on the Butchers Elite Series team. Was Offensive Player of the Year last year
Still sleepy.
in the Elite Series. And that's ball 2 to Johnson.
Hey, show us up.
2 balls here. Time is called. We got 2 outs. Nobody on the bases. It's about 12 degrees Celsius today, a little bit rainy. And there's ball 3 on the fastball. Coach Alex Acoin yells out not to walk the hitter. Certainly, Berdias is not trying to do that. 3-0 pitch. And a strike. It's 3-1. Seems like that slider's working pretty well for him today.
Han inte flyttat bilen så den står farligt till.
And a cap foul ball down the line. That's going to be foul.
Ja, det är precis. Det är nu det händer.
Looks like Johnson didn't really get a full piece of that. Maybe even broke his bat. Looks like he did break his bat. Switches over to the gold bomb bat. Full count here. 2 outs to Johnson. Björn Johannesson on deck. One of the legends for the Eurostars today. Full count. He comes set and throws. Ball 4. The high and away on the pitch.
Hey, like the
He did not want to do that. He did not want anybody to please, but Eurostars 4 hitter. We got Johannesson. It's back.
Hey, really old hitter. Go right after him.
Here, saying he hasn't seen live pitching in a while, so this could be an interesting at bat for the Swedish legend. The runner goes, ball low, and there's no throw, so Johnson will take second base easily. Got 2 outs here, runner on second base.
Hey, show us up.
He comes set. And a foul tip on the fastball. That'll be a strike. 1-1 count.
Hey, show us up.
Comes set, checks the runner. And he throws. Ball low. 2-1 count here. And the pitch. A strike on the low inside corner with the fastball. Looks like he spotted that one pretty well. That's a tough pitch to hit, especially on the fastball.
Hey, show us up.
2-2 count here. Checks the runner and throws. Slider line to second base, but that's an easy out. Number 3. Berdias ends the inning with just 1 walk, allowing a stolen base, but no runs across for the Futures. Up to bat for them, we will have Rudsell, the catcher, Alex Berdias, the second baseman, and Hans Högland to start the game. Interview with our umpire, Tuomas Janssen. Tuomas, how would you review your performance in the first inning today? Good to hear that. How do you think about this pitching matchup today between Will Landsberg from the U.S. and Sam Berdias from Sweden? Do you feel safe behind both of the catchers? Well, thank you, Tuomas. All right, bottom of the first inning here. The defense for the Euro Stars, we have Will Landsberg pitching. Flew in from the USA yesterday. Isak Vesting behind the dish. And Oskar Joosten playing third base, also from Rättvik. Usually a catcher is actually a catcher on the Swedish All-Star Club, so perhaps that's why he's playing third base now. The first pitch, it's a strike on the swing. Nordsell wearing the number 69 jersey from Gävle. One strike here. And a take for a ball. 1-1. With Max Hill at shortstop. From Stockholm, we have Dylan O'Brien at second base from Rättvik and South Africa. Bjarne Hannesson at first. The pitch. And a line drive in the gap. Check dives and makes an incredible catch in right field. Wow, what a way to start off the game for Alvin Check on that diving catch. Certainly saved a double, maybe a triple there. May have a play of the game in the first inning of the day. Fantastic play by Alvin Check. Check was just named to the Sweden roster as an injury replacement for Tommy Lindell, but certainly the Eurostars are happy to have him too. Up to bat now, Alex Verdias hitting lefty. Takes ball one. From Landberg. We have Alfred Glovo in center field and Victor Linkvist from Stockholm in left. And a line drive to center, the right at Glovo for out number 2. The Futures are not missing the ball here in the first inning. We got 2 line drives. But Landsberg's got out of it without much trouble. Nice to keep his pitch count low after a long travel day here. This pitch to Höglund. Comes the next pitch. And a swinging strike. 2 strikes to Höglund. It's coming up after hitting his first Elite Series home run in the last game here at Butcher Fields. The pitch. Ball.
Mike, call it.
Will be high and away to Höglund. Hans' home run went directly over the Dalalus Reklam sign in left field. Pitch, Strike. That'll be strike two. It's a 2-2 count. Chokes up on the bat. And here comes the pitch. A foul ball over by first base, and that would be an easy out number 3. So after 1 inning, the score is 0-0. With the Futures coming up to bat. Let's go 0-0.
Middle school sound. Last night, like, Sabrina, so happy.
Back now. Drake College, I have no idea GoPros. Yeah. Yeah, we're back now. Sorry about the offline for the half inning. We had a high pop fly by Ule Hurston that went out to left field, but couldn't move the runner over. Then we had a fly out to center to end the inning. We have a defensive change for the Futures in left field. Max Vodstan is going out to left, number 5, and Rindadov is moving on. Eunice Hurler's going out for second. We had a quick first inning. Getting through the ferocious Eurostars lineup with not much damage. And now to bat the lefty Isak Fasting, who is catching and hitting in the 9-hole for the Eurostars. And there's a ball back into the stands. I've just asked Sam Verdias to do a mid-game interview and been denied, unfortunately. So the best hitter of the game today doesn't really want to show his face on the screen. Got a ball there, 1-1 count. 0-2 count. And there's a ball, 1-2 to Fasting.
You know we're loaded. I mean, you know we're loaded. We got these like you know we're loaded. We got these like but what you got?
Gary Johnson, the coach, coming over to the Futures dugout, talking about how good his lineup is as his 9-hitter strikes out on a slider down the middle. So not the best look there from Johnson. I'd like to remind all the viewers that it is a 0-0 ball game. There's only been one hit so far today, but several balls have been hit pretty hard. Back at the top of the lineup, number 36, Alfred Glava from Leksand. And a ball low on a slider. Garland looks in, barely peeking over his glove. Out of the windup and throws a foul ball back to the net.
Ja, tack för det goda. Så det är billigare så. Ja, det blir det.
A 1-1 count here. Nordsell on one knee sets up low. The pitch is high. There's a sharp liner to short. And a nice play by Felix Hill, the shortstop, to get the out. There's 2 outs now. Stayed down there.
Almost go.
Comes his brother Maxwell. Here after a strikeout. As the music still plays. Several fans out here today. Covered by umbrellas. Rainy weather. There's a single down the line from Hill. Wadstein picks it up and throws it into 2. Nice line drive there by Max Hill to get on first base. That's the first hit of the game for Eurostars. Kind of unbelievable considering how much talent is in their lineup. The first hit comes in the third inning. Right now we have Joel Johnson. Walked in his first at bat. Coach Daniel Johnson yells out how slow both of the Eurostar players are on the field. We have a tailor-made double play ball. And throw to first. There was actually 2 outs on the play, so that's going to end the inning with no damage. Still a 0-0 ball game after 3. Great quality of play here. Going to the top of the bottom of the third.
Yeah. Very disappointing. You think it's Sam on the played international. No, you're not fan. I got entertainment. You end up so good, and then the guy struck out all his business. Hey, it's about fan thing. Oh, boy. So the
Not too bad is Max Von Stan, who subbed into left field last inning. Lansford still on the mound for the Eurostars. Yeah, high strike to Von Stan. Wearing number 5 out there. The pitch. Strike. On the swing, another high one. The 2 strikes here to Von Stan. And the pitch. Foul back into the stands over by our VIP section. The rain is lightened up a little bit as we're here in the bottom of the third inning for the Futures game. Landsberg throws strike 3. Vodstein chases a ball near his eyes, which he also swung at in the second strike, so perhaps he can make an adjustment for his next at bat. Out to bat, Axel Hansen, wearing number 29. Landsberg throws, and a foul ball over by the parking area. We have 1 strike on him. Landsberg has been cruising through 2 and the third so far. Only 1 hit allowed. All outside on the slider to a very good Futures lineup. Several players on the Futures lineup have some national team, junior national team experience. And they pop up to first base. It's going to drift foul. Johannesson under it makes the catch for out number 2. We're back up to the top of the lineup with Elias Nordsell, the catcher for the Futures, and the lone Yable representative. Up to bat after his first inning line out to right field in which Alden Check made a spectacular diving catch to start the game off. The pitch to him, and he takes a ball away. An aggressive take there, taking his lower hand off of the bat. Almost as if he's swinging with leaving the bat on his shoulder. He does it again for ball 2, 2-0. So Nordsell in a great count for him. 2-0, nobody on. And ball 3. 3-0 count. You got to imagine he's not going to be swinging on this pitch. 3-0 count with the Futures needing base runners. They've only had one base runner, or 2 base runners so far this game. The 3-0 and a foul. I think it might have been ball 4 on that, but he decided to take a swing, fouled it back into the screen. So 3-1 here to Nordsell. A fastball down the middle, and it's a foul ball into the green. Full count here to Nordsell. And a high slider is going to be a grounder to short. Hill fields it, throws to first. 4 out, number 3. So after 3 innings, it's going to be still tied 0-0. You got to take an at bat. Yeah. Do you want to clear the air and let all 15 viewers know that we don't walk on this thing?
Danny, do you want to take that one for us?
I'm standing here with Daniel Johnson, coach of the Futures team, and he's told me he has something to say about an at bat that was taken in the previous inning. Daniel, what would you like to say to the fans?
Yeah, I really like that at bat by Elias. I think it's the best at bat of the game so far. And what I really liked about it was the 3-0 hack. We talked about it before this game. We're not here to walk. Nobody wants to see us walk. We're here to take hacks. And so thought Elias really took that to heart. It was good to see.
He did take a big hack on that 3-0 pitch, but ultimately grounded out, in which case a walk might have been a little bit better for your chances to win. Would you rather have had him walk or ground out to shortstop?
Honestly, today I'd like to see everybody take as many big hacks as possible and try to leave the ballpark, honestly. So I'm good with the approach.
I love that approach. Now you are going to be playing on the Sweden team later today. How do you feel about your chances taking on the world team in the afternoon matchup?
Yeah, I've been involved in. Come on, Max. I've been involved in 2 All-Star games, and so far in the ones I've played in, Sweden's 2-0 against World. So I think that says a lot right there. I feel good about our chances.
Feels pretty good about his chances as Bjorn Johannesson hits a double to left field to lead off the inning. Thank you, Daniel. One more question here. What's your favorite flavor of Rättviks glass?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say panna cotta med hallon. It's a classic. So yeah, I really like that one.
Excellent pick. Thank you. We've got a runner on second base with nobody out here. Oscar up to hit. And a strike down the middle. His last at bat, he hit a line shot, but ultimately made an out. A chance to score the first run of the game today for him. And a high ball on the slider.
Hey, kör vi Jonas.
Jonas has not run into so much trouble so far in his outing, but this could be a good chance for the Eurostars to score here. The pitch, Nordsell goes like he's going to block, but the ball stays in the air. Almost hits him right in the leg, it looks like. It'll be a ball.
Kör vi Jonas.
Corlin sets and checks the runner at second and throws. Another foul back to the screen. As the rain starts to pick up a little bit, the rain is scheduled to be off and on during this game today, but clear up for the Home Run Derby and All-Star game afterward. The pitch, it's a line drive to right. Caught by the right fielder, and he goes for doubling up at second. But Johannesson slides in safe to avoid the double play. A nice crisp play by the two Stockholm defenders there. And Yerston has been finding the barrel with frequency today. We'll go out there for a meeting on the mound. It looks like Quillen will come out of the game with a good outing today. 2 1/3 innings, no runs. Only allowed 2 base runners today. And the pitching change will be to Alex Berdiaz, who just played in the U18 European Championship qualifier and had a good showing on the mound. Berdiaz's brother started the game off for the Futures with a scoreless inning. And Berdiaz, Alex at least, is a similar type of pitcher with a good fastball, complemented by a slider.
Ska vi...
So we'll pick up here with 1 out and a runner on second base. Dylan O'Brien up to hit, wearing number 17 for the Eurostars. Interestingly, they're called Eurostars, but he's from South Africa, so didn't really fit the theme of the team too much with that one. Berdiaz comes set and throws a high strike. O'Brien disagrees. It's probably the highest pressure at bat of the game today. With 1 out and a runner on second base, he needs to at least make contact and move the runner to third. And he does. A line drive to right. And it's caught by the right fielder. Throws to second. And he is safe on the botched throw from the right fielder. It would have been an easy double play to double up Johannesson at second and get them out of the inning. But the throw went a little bit to the left. Felix Hill stretched out, grabbed the ball, but his foot was not on the base until Johannesson made it back. So they avoid a disaster there, the Eurostars do, and still have a runner on second base with 2 outs. And Albin Sheck up to hit. He walked in his last at bat and takes ball 1 here. He hasn't seen very many good pitches to hit today. So he's hoping certainly to get a fastball here to get the runner in. And he does. It's on the outside corner, but Sheck fouls it off into the glove of the catcher. He's got 2 outs, so hoping to get a hit and score their first run of the game today. Ball up the middle, but Berdiez fields it, no problem, and flips to first to get out of the inning. Great defensive play by Berdiez there. We've seen some spectacular defense in this Futures game on the outfield and infield. Frankly, to me, it's a surprise that there's been no runs scored in this entire game. It's not typical for Swedish baseball, but with the level of pitching and defense we've seen today, it's hard to find runs. We've only had 3 total hits in this game so far. So we'll go out for the bottom of the 4th inning. Landsberg will take the mound again. And Hans Höglund will lead off for the Futures.
You should have just. I should have like, yeah. Like throwing a line to third base, pretty much. Yeah, that part.
Max. Max, are you gonna hit this inning? Do you want to do some capitals? Do you want to do some state capitals?
No,
Why not?
I need the focus at the game.
Are you gonna hit this inning though?
Maybe.
Bro, if you get close, you do some capitals until you get like in the hole. No, no.
Because, it's a lot of
No problem. If you change your mind, you can do it anytime.
But you got to ask me when state I need.
I will do that. I promise. So now up to bat to lead off the bottom of the 4th, we have Alex Berdiez, who got them out of a pickle last inning with the runner on second and 1 out. He starts off this inning with a ball from Landsberg, who's been out throwing scoreless, 3 scoreless. Sitting right around 40 pitches on the day. The second pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's a 1-1 count. 2 Berdiez. And this one goes over his head. Probably not intentional there. It's a 2-1 count to number 12. The opposing pitcher right now. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Been 2 outside strikes for Berdiez. Certainly he's not looking to hit that pitch. I would imagine he's probably trying to find something inside to pull. After taking those 2. There's a fastball that's fouled off back behind the screen. It's a 2-2 count now. Berdiez trying to lead off the inning by getting on base for the Futures. And a cricket-style foul down the third base line. Looks like he chopped at it or tried to emergency swing to save himself from the strikeout. Now that pitch was called strikes earlier this at bat, so Berrios was forced to swing on that. And a great take for ball 3. An excellent leadoff at bat by Berrios to take the count to 3-2. Full count here to lead off the inning. The left-handed Landsberg pitches. And a fly ball to left. The left fielder is scrambling and under it. Victor Lindquist makes the out, but gives his coach a heart attack at the same time. 1 out after a great at-bat by Berrios. And now up, the teammate of Butcher's teammate of Berrios, Hans Höglund. Wearing number 44, high ring stirrups, and no batting gloves. A liner up the middle. It's going to be a rangy play for O'Brien, who makes gets the ball and does not beat Höglund at first base. So that'll be a single for Hans Höglund. O'Brien ranged to his left, stopped the ball, but couldn't pivot and throw in time to get Höglund at first. The throw was a bit low, but I think even with a good throw, he probably would not have gotten the speedy Höglund on the way to first. Hans takes a small lead off first base with Sam Berrios up to bat. Sam had a single up the middle in his previous at-bat. So the Futures might have something cooking here to score our first run of the day here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball 2. It's a good count for Berrios to take a big swing and try to do some damage here. And he does, but misses. 2-1 count. But an excellent swing there. .33 from Rättvik. Landsberg checks the runner, kicks and throws. And a swinging ball in the dirt. Looks like it might have been a slider that Berrios missed. So Landsberg's battled back here to take the count to 2-2. It's a strikeout situation for him, or a ground ball to get a double play. Pitch will likely be on the lower part of the zone. Höglund takes off, and Berrios smokes a ball to center field. Glovo is back, but it's off his glove. Berrios is headed to second, and Höglund is going to be held up at third base on this screaming double by Sam Berrios. Glavo almost made the play. It would have been an incredible play to get back that far on such a hard hit ball, but it just barely bounced off his glove and towards the fence. So unfortunately for the Eurostars, they have runners on second and third with only 1 out, and Felix Hill up for the Futures. Pitch and a foul over by the parking area. It's going to bounce and caught by a fan. Made a nice defensive play up there. And maybe saved a dent on a Volvo up in the parking area. And a strike from Landsberg. 0-2 count here. Hill is certainly looking to just make contact, as any ball that gets past the pitcher would likely be a run. Ball 1. They were trying to get him to chase there. In this situation, Hill is ideally trying to get a ball into the gaps in the outfield to score 2, but if he can get a ball in the air to the outfield, it should work as a sacrifice fly. A ground ball up the middle should also work, but he strikes out on the high fastball. No RBIs there. So it's up to Ole Jørgensen, who flew out to left field in his last at bat and has some power. With runners on second and third and 2 outs here, the Futures are looking to take the lead. Hansberg sets, hand pitch, and a swinging strike on the fastball. Powerful hack there by Ole. He's clearly looking to put the ball somewhere in the outfield gaps. And another huge swinging strike. Looked like a changeup. So he's got him 0-2 here. And the pitcher can really do a lot of things in this situation. He doesn't have to throw a strike. He can try to throw a ball out of the zone and get Jørgensen to chase the pitch. A high fastball and not caught by Max Hill at short. The throw to first is off. Jørgensen avoids the tag on the swipe by Johannesson and gets the first run for the Futures. So that'll be a single for Ole Jørgensen. Now that was a smoked ball to Max Hill's right. It bounced off his glove onto the ground. He spun and threw to first. The throw is a little bit off target. And Jørgensen beat it out. So there's an RBI in the first run of the game. It is 1-0 Futures. And a chance to get another one here. Tobias Glimmerud up. The lefty is first at bat of the game. A high fastball for a ball. We got a situation with a runner at first and a runner at third. So typically, be a good chance to steal. And the throw. A strike on the outside. And a long fly ball in the gap. Glovo runs and can't get to it. That's going to be extra bases. 1 run's in. Ole Jørgensen is motoring around third, headed home, and that's going to be a triple. 2 RBI triple. Tobias Glimmerud. That ball was smoked in the opposite field gap. As Daniel Johnson tells me, the Eurostars suck, and the scoreboard definitely would agree with that. So we got 2 down here and a 3-0 ball game. After that 2 RBI triple. I don't think either outfielder had a chance to catch that one, while both of them are very fast and good defenders. It was hit in the perfect spot directly in between them, and neither of them were able to make the play. The Stars have Alex O'Coin warming up in the bullpen, the lefty, who also came in from the States yesterday, was a butcher last season, had a great season, was one of the better pitchers in the Elite Series, and has come back to play in this game for the Stars. So we've got a 3-0 game. It's the bottom of the 4th. Ville Lafke up to hit with a runner on third and 2 outs. That's a ball low. This game has moved right along. It's just now past 12 o'clock. And we are nearly into the 5th inning. Strike. 1-1. Packed day today. The home run derby will start immediately. Actually, not immediately. About 30 minutes after this game ends. And there's a strike on the inside. One ball, two strikes here to Lafke. Hansberg throws, and a ball low and away. Limmerud leads off third as the pitch comes in, and that's strike three. So a great inning for the Futures. They score 3 runs on 3 hits to bring the score to 3-0 as we're headed into the top of the 5th. Headed now into the top of the 5th. The Stars up with Victor Lindqvist leading off. The left fielder on the Stars, hoping to get an early base runner so they can chip away at that 3-0 lead. Alex Bodie is still on the mound here for the Futures. And the pitch to start the 5th inning is a ball. High and away. One ball here. Bodie has throws. And a ground ball to second, fielded by Lafke, and thrown to first for out number 1. Maybe Bailey or Ben. There's 1 out, and the 9-hitter Isak Fasting up to hit. Struck out in the first inning, but he does have some power. The defense shifts to the pull side for a lefty. The pitch is low. An easy take by Fasting. Typically likes the ball low and in. He spins around like Mario when he swings. And there it is. Strike 1. Hans Höglund getting warm in the bullpen here. As ball 2 comes in the dirt. Hans, do you expect to pitch today?
I do.
Thank you, Hans. Two and 1 count. The pitch. A slider. Looks like it might have been fouled off the plate as Roger Erickson at first base signals a foul. Fasting walks back to home plate. It's a 2-2 count. It may have bounced off the plate, it looks like. It had an unnatural bounce to it.
Hey, sure, Alex.
2-2 count here with 1 out. A slider low. Good pitch with 2 strikes. A tough one, but Festing does not chase. One out here. The pitch is a ball 4. Great at bat by Festing to get on for the leadoff man, Alfred Glovo. Gary Johnson calls time to send out a pinch runner for his catcher. Pinch runner looks like it will be Will Landsberg, the pitcher. Something we don't typically see in a game, a starting pitcher pinch running for a catcher. You have to imagine he's pretty fast over there on first. Takes a big lead, no batting gloves. Glavo awaits the pitch, and there's a pickoff to first. He's a wide lead on first. Looks like it might be tough for him to quickly pivot and steal. Bent way over. The pitch is a strike high. Glovo has a big swing. Clearly looking to do some damage, but misses. So 1 out here for the Stars. And a grounder to third. That's fair. Berdias fields it, and a missed catch at second base. So that'll be an error, a single and an error. It was a great play by Berdias to get to it on his backhand, pivot and make the throw to second, but the throw skipped away. And we now have a first and third situation for the Eurostars, who have a very fast runner on first. You have to imagine Steele is going to be on at some point during this at bat. There's 1 out. Runners on first and third. Glovo does not go. There's a ball high to Max Hill. Hill just finished a great season at a university in the States. Glovo goes. A pump fake by Nordsell. Does not convince Landsberg at third to run. So an easy steal for Glovo to second. We've got 1 out and a runner at second and third. The base is open at first, but if Berdias decides to walk Max Hill, he has Joel Johnson on deck. A slider for a ball. It's a good chase pitch, but perhaps not the correct count to throw it. Berdias needs some contact here or a strikeout. He does not want to face Johnson with the bases loaded. And there's ball 4, so Hill takes a walk to load the bases for Joel Johnson. Situation looks pretty good for the Stars to chip into that lead. Johnson has a walk today, but no hits. It's several home runs this season for the Butchers, so he does have the power to put the ball out of the yard. Tough situation for Berdias. A ground ball would get him out of it. There's a ball low. So 1-0. All 2 in the dirt. So, action pitch here, 2-0 count. You have to imagine Joel Johnson's going to be swinging on a strike. Doesn't have to. He's way ahead. A low fastball in the dirt. So a walk here would give the Stars a run. Berdia certainly wants Joel Johnson to be swinging here, hoping for a ground ball to get him out of the inning. He's at. And a strike. 3-1. Berdia is one of the most promising players under 18 in Sweden. And swing, pitch, and play fantastic defense. He sets and throws. And that'll be ball 4 on a high slider. Is not what Berdia has wanted in that situation. He walks in a run to make it 3-1, and Coach Daniel Johnson will head out to the mound, perhaps to make a pitching change. Höglund standing right next to me. Looks like he's ready to go. Aaron Johannesson is up for the Stars, who hit a double to left in his last at bat and is one of the best players in the history of this league in Sweden. So Johnson will choose to leave Berdias in, but it is certainly not an easy situation, especially with Oscar Jösten on deck. His best chance is to hope for a ground ball in the infield to roll a double play here. Johannesson, the lefty, is ready. And a ball a bit low. Berdias throws. And low again. Perhaps a bit outside as well. Alex Acoin has been throwing for about 2 innings in the bullpen. Hopefully he does not tire himself out too much out there. And there's a foul ball to the third base dugout. It'll be 2-1. It's been a fairly quick game so far. Only 3 hits through the first 3.5 innings. And then in these last 2 halves, both offensive have come alive a little bit. That's ball 3. It'll be 3-1. You got to think that Berdias' leash is pretty short here in such a tight ball game. With the next pitcher in line ready to go. The throw is ball 4 again. He walks in another run. So it looks like Daniel Johnson is going to be making a change here over to Hans Höglund. Hans has got his work cut out for him in this situation. He's got bases loaded with 1 out, a 1-run lead, and a Swedish national team player up to hit. On deck you have Dylan O'Brien, who has hit the ball well today. So Höglund comes with a high 70, low 80 fastball, sliders, and a changeup. A difficult situation to get out of, though, but with a ground ball, he could be out of this in as little as 1 pitch. A very well played game on both sides here today. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and it's 3-2. We have another roughly hour and a half window to get this game in before starting to set up for the home run derby. It'll be the first home run derby Sweden's had in several years. In the past 2 times we've played this All-Star game in 2021 and 2018. There's been no home run derby, but this year the Butchers wanted to give it a shot. So we're hoping for a good show from the Sluggers hitting later. We'll get back to the game here. Oscar Yerfston up to hit with 1 out and the bases loaded. He smoked 2 balls in his last previous at-bats, both to the pull side, so he's seeing it well today. Great situation for the Stars to take the lead here. Höglund sets and throws. Ball in. Come in with the strike here. Certainly don't want to walk in another run. And a grounder to third gets by Berdiez. Fielded by the left fielder. That's going to score 2 and give the Eurostars the lead. That'll be a RBI single for Oscar Yerfston to bring the score to 4-3 Stars. The runners stayed at first and second with the ball going to the left side of the field, so there's still a double play situation for the Futures here, but they need to get out of this and limit the damage. Höglund sets and throws a ball away to Dylan O'Brien. Runner Johannesson takes his lead at second. The pitch, a strike inside. O'Brien disagrees again. Looked like it was on the corner, but probably not the pitch he wanted to hit there. The pitch, a slider away. O'Brien does not swing. That'll bring the count to 3-1. Walk would not be the worst thing here, as there would still be runners in scoring position. But Höglund certainly wants to limit the damage and get it out here. Höglund sets and throws a foul back to the screen. Doing the broadcast. Our photographer, Andreas Nyström, comes down to get some good pictures of the players in this game to go on our Instagram account. The pitch from Höglund, a liner to short. Felix Hill fields it and throws to second. The ball gets away again, but nobody scores. Very tough play there. Hill ranged to his right, fielded a sharply hit grounder, spun around and throw to second base. Kind of an awkward angle there, and the throw had to be perfect, and it was not. So we have a single, no RBI there by O'Brien, bringing up Albinchek, who does have power. Still 1 out here. Högland hoping for another grounder. He comes set the pitch. Elias Nordsell blocks beautifully to keep the ball in front after it bounces. It was a textbook block from the young Gävle catcher. And great defense in this game today. One ball here to Czech. And a fastball fouled away. One and one count here to Albin Czech with one out, and the base is loaded. The score is 4-3 Stars. And a grounder to second. This could be a double play. The out at second and not enough time to get him at first. So it will be an RBI. And 2 outs here. Bringing the score to 5-3 Stars. Been a big inning for them. It's nicely turned play by Alex Perdiez at second and Felix Hill at short. But Czech was too speedy down the line to get at first. So we've got 2 outs now. Runners on first and third. Victor Lindqvist up, who led off this inning. So his second at bat this inning. Hoping to score at least one more here in this big inning for the Stars. The pitch, runner goes, Nordsell pump fakes, and Jerston bites a little bit, but not enough to draw a throw. So that'll be a steal for Albin Czech. We now have runners at second and third, 2 outs, and an open base if Högland wants to put Lindqvist on first. A grounder capped to third. Samburias fields and throws, gets the runner at first. Nice play. That'll be the third out and bring the score to 5-3 Stars after 5 innings.
Don't take anything off. What?
Yeah, do you want to do an interview? Okay, camera's right here.
I'm back.
I think I need some water though. My throat is like dry. Yeah.
Should I put my hat on?
Sure.
For the FB live stream?
So we're heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-3. Alex Aucoin goes out to pitch, meaning Will Landsberg's day is done. So I'm standing here with him in the first base dugout. Will, how do you feel about your outing?
Felt all right. The goal was just to fill up the strike zone and let people hit it, and I feel like that's what I did. No walks.
Certainly, no walks is a good goal to have, and you limited the runs. You leave the game in line for the win. What are your thoughts on Sweden so far after being here only 1 day?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, we're living at the apartment with Dylan and Joe. It's a ton of fun. Definitely gonna have to try to come back.
Have you tried any ice cream since you've been here?
I have not, but all the other food I've tried has been awesome.
What kind of other food have you tried? Have you had any cinnamon buns yet?
No cinnamon buns. We went to this buffet yesterday for lunch, and it was amazing. I don't even know what the foods were, but they were really good.
What are you hoping for in the afternoon game between the World Stars and the Sweden Stars? What are your expectations for that game?
Just hoping to have fun. Not going in with too many expectations. Just here to play loose and have fun.
Will definitely be fun. Thank you, Will. We'll head over here now to the leadoff batter for the Futures. 5-3 score. It looks like Axel Hansen up to hit from Stockholm.
Yeah, different frame of mind, Alvin.
Coin out to pitch. His first outing in Sweden since last August. Strike one on the corner. A good lefty fastball. A slider, changeup, several other pitches. A bouncing ball down the line. That is foul. Looks like it was right on the line there.
Okay, good job. Thank you. When was the last game you played? Yeah.
2 strikes here. Pitch from McCoy is grounded to third to shortstop. Max Hill fields and throws to first to get the out. Nice play there. Had to communicate with Jerston at third. Field and throw on a hop to first to get the runner. So that'll be 1 out and bring up the leadoff batter, Elias Nordsell, who in his first at bat hit a line drive to right center, which Albin Czech made a great play on. Speaking of the outfield, we have a couple defensive changes. Anders Stor goes out to left. The ball 1 comes in on the slider. Stor out to left. Victor Lindqvist, who was in left, is now in right field, and Albin Czech off the field. Strike high fastball there from McCoy. So Stor's first action of the day. This game is open substitution, so just because Czech is off now doesn't mean he cannot come back in. A liner up the middle by Nordsell. Great piece. Fielded by Glovo in center. So that's a single. Nordsell has had a great game at the plate with 2 line drives. So that'll be 1 out with Nordsell at first, and Alex Berdia is up to hit. He also has a hit today. A coin throws, and the ball gets away from Fasting, moving Nordsell to second. A coin has a A-plus pickoff move to first. Last season, picking off several players, but with Nordsell moving to second, that's not possible now. So Berdias trying to get a base hit and score a run. He hits the ball down the line, well hit near the foul pole, but bounces foul. That had a chance to bounce off the wall in that short porch and left, but didn't have enough on it. So Berdias sets up again, and a coin checks the runner at second, and a pickoff, but no throw. He faked a leg kick, but there was no one covering second base, so perhaps with several new players on this team, they didn't have a sign. And a nice slider gets a coin swinging, gets Berdias swinging. It was a great pitch. Berdias perhaps looking to pull the ball into right field. Futures can score here. Second baseman crashes, but no pick and a ball low. So he's got 2 strikes and 2 balls. The runner on second base. The pitch, a foul into the batting cage. Fastball had some zip on it. Berdias sets up, looking for an RBI here. The pitch, a changeup capped, and Aucoin throws to third to get Nordsell on a tag play. It looked like Nordsell was trying to sneak his way to third on the soft grounder to the pitcher, but good communication in the infield helped direct the throw into third to get the lead runner. So that's a big out. If they had gone to first and taken Berrios instead, you would have had a runner at third with 2 outs and a very good chance to score. But now the runner is on first with 2 outs. Albin checked in the bullpen for the Stars doing some leg stretches. Looks like he may be going into pitch at some point today. He's got a diving catch and an RBI single already. A pick to first, safe. And picked off first base. Now we told you Aucoin had a great move to first and shows it off there to get Berrios at first. So we're heading into the top of the 6th. Score is still 5-3 Eurostars. Nice move. That's pretty good.
These kids can hit, man.
Yeah, there's some good talent in this game.
Got a lot of hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, Alex is a really good player. Yeah, Elias too. He's hit well today. Yeah. Oh, he can swing it. He's improved a ton since last season. But he's right at that age where it's like make a big jump. But he's caught really well today too. I don't think there's been any fast balls on that side. Nope, you can catch up to it.
Alex too's got them soft hands on that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not bad at all. Like you guys have a very good roster, and it's a close game.
Nothing to report. Anders, 1 inning out. You got one more inning?
To the top of the 6th inning here. Score still 5-3 Stars. Stars have the 9-hitter leading off Isak Festing, followed by Glovo and Max Hill. This part of the lineup was taking walks left and right last inning to get runners on the bags and chip away at that lead, the 3-0 lead that the Futures had. So I'm expecting some hits here. Höglund on the mound for his 2nd inning. Comes set and throws ball high to Fasting. One ball here. The pitch. A sky high fly ball to center. Center fielder's camped. And that will be out number 1. Looked like it could have carried off the bat, but we have some cold, damp air here today. And the ball is not carrying super well. So, might have been a home run in the Kutno Poland fields where the Butchers played out about a month ago and hit 11 home runs in 5 games. But Butcher Field today, definitely not. It'll be a slider for a ball to the leadoff hitter. Lovo comes up with one ball and nobody on. Ooh, swinging strike on, looks like a changeup maybe. Good pitch. With a 1-0 count, you have to think he was looking for a fastball there. If it was a changeup, it was excellently planned. Fastball in, 2-1. Two and one count here, the pitch, and it is line to right. Down the line, looks like caught. The right fielder Hansen, a great leaping catch as he was running back to his left side. Easily would have been a triple for a Glovo, but caught by the right fielder to give them 2 outs. So great defense here from the Futures in the top of the 6th. Max Hill up to hit. Twists his bat flat and takes a hit by pitch. First pitch and hit on the back. That'll bring up Joel Johnson with 2 outs. Good speed on first. And one of the best hitters in the country up to hit. Two outs here. Höglund sets. And the ball bounces 2 meters in front of home plate. Goes to the backstop and Hill gets to second easily. Almost could have taken third on that. Must have been a changeup that gripped too tightly or something, because I've not seen a pitch like that in quite a while. So Johnson up with 2 outs and runner on second. The pitch and capped foul. Looked like he was a little bit early on it. Dangerous hitter and 2 dangerous hitters on deck. So Höglund's hoping to get out of this here. He checks the runner and throws. The runner takes off for third and it's fouled back. Hanging fastball. Just barely missed. So Johnson wearing number 95. Runner on second and 2 outs. Second baseman crashes to the bag. And a pick, but no throw. Tight game here today, 5-3 in the 6th. We're planning to play a full 9 innings. Hold on, shakes off the call from Nordell. Sets, pitches this time. Hill does not go, and it's a ball up and a little bit away. Well, Johnson looking to drive a pitch here. Gets a high fastball in. Does not hit him. And so the count is now 3-2. Full count to Johnson. He could walk him here, but if I was pitching, I wouldn't do that. Ball 4, low and away. So it'll put runners on first and second with 2 outs. Bring up Bjorn Johannesson, who had a big double earlier in the game to left. He's coming up in a great situation for the Stars to add on to their lead. So he comes up wearing number 20, left-handed hitter with power. 2 runners on. Great chance to score here for the Stars. There are 2 outs though. So Hoagland does not need to pitch for a ground ball here. He can go for the strikeout. And he balks. Ooh. Did not want to do that. Looks like he didn't come set there, shaking his head. Not sure if he disagrees or he's mad at himself for balking, but it wouldn't be a Swedish baseball game without a balk. Expecting at least one later. So runners at second and third. 2 outs. First base is now open, but with Yerfston on deck, who is an RBI hit and 2 line drives today. Imagine Hoagland will want to attack the hitter here. Who's behind in the count now. He throws. And a strike away, swing and a miss. So Johannesson hoping for a couple RBIs here with a single. Maybe a home run. The throw. Ball in the dirt. Great block to save a run by Nordsell, the catcher, who's played fantastic defense today and had a hit. We see Ville Lafke warming up in the bullpen for the Futures. Not sure how much pitching they have left, but I see John Michael Johnson on the bench too, who has not been used. Strike 3 to get out of it without giving up a run here. So clutch pitching by Hans Hoagland to save his team a couple of runs. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 5-3 Eurostars. Not sure if either club will run out of pitching before this game ends, so we could see some more scoring in the next couple innings. Do you want to do an inning? No. Yeah, you could do it in do it in the bullpen. You want to? I'd love to get a suite to interview, but everybody said no except for Daniel and Will so far. So I won't ask you hard questions. I'll ask you your performance. Are you having fun today? And what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Of course.
Toughest question of them all.
Yeah.
Borde jag se alla sidor? Yeah.
I think so. So we're heading into the bottom of the 6th. No defensive changes for the Stars here. Aucoin back on the mound for his 2nd inning. And the same defensive setup. Aucoin, who ended last inning on a nice pickoff, maybe will let somebody on first base on purpose so he can pick him off again. The leadoff hitter is the pitcher Hans Hoagland, who hit his first Elite Series home run last week. goes up with no batting gloves, and he is a hit by pitch specialist. He gets hit by pitches a lot. Probably not today with Aucoin on the mound, who's got some great accuracy. There's strike one on the swinging fastball. Hoagland's got power and speed. Ball one. He takes the high fastball. And fouled back into the stance. The coaching staffs today for the Futures, we've got Daniel Johnson over at third and Tommy Lindell at first. And for the Stars, we have Gary Johnson and Dave Hill in the dugout. And Hoagland fouls back a slider low. It's a good pitch, but Hans managed to get a little bit of bat on it. And a fastball blooped into center. It will be a single. He didn't exactly barrel it, but it landed right in between the second baseman and center fielder to give him a single there. So the Futures will start this inning off with a runner on first and some power up to hit. Burias had a double earlier in the game to the right center gap and has been on fire in the Elite Series. Coin throws, ball outside. He does have a great move to first, so Hoagland will certainly be standing close to the bag. One ball to Sam Burias and fouled to the screen. Rain has stopped. We have a home run derby scheduled in about an hour and a half. A pickoff to first base. In the home run derby, we'll have 6 batters who will hit as many home runs as possible. They'll have 10 outs to do it. And there's a grounder to second. O'Brien Fields flips to second for an out, and Burias beats the throw to first to avoid the double play. So 1 out there. Great pitching by Aucoin to get the ground ball in that situation. But we now have a runner on first and 1 out. So Felix Hill up to bat, wearing green batting gloves and pink shoelaces. Anyways, so in the Derby, on a hard fastball for strike one. In the Derby, an out will be any ball that's hit that does not go over the fence. So a ball that hits the dirt, ball that hits the grass, off the fence, foul, swing and a miss. That's strike 2 on an inside fastball. Anything that's not a home run will be an out. So they will have up to 10 outs to hit as many home runs as possible. A pick to first. Burias slides in safely. So in the Derby, any bat will be able to be used, even metal bats, as there's a fly ball to right. And it gets down. So the right fielder fields it, throws it in. That'll be a double as Burias is held up at third. Looked like a lazy pop fly, but the right fielder was playing out of position and couldn't get to it. So that'll be a double for Felix Hill. And we'll bring up Ole Øfsten with 1 out and runners on second and third. He is the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th. And Gary Johnson will go out to the mound. He does have Albin Check in the bullpen. Getting hot. So I'm here with Tommy Lindell, who is coaching first base. Tommy, how do you feel about your team today?
I feel pretty good about the team, you know. The young Bucks, they're competing hard against the a lot of good guys on the other team as well, but I think the young guys in my team is competing a lot, and I'm really happy to see that.
You guys think you'll score here?
Yeah, Ole is our power guy.
Power guy up to bat. Well said. So the infield comes in. If Houston can get a ball over the infield, potentially could be 2 runs here and a strike swinging on the slider. So it'll be 1 strike with Glimmerud on deck, who hit a nice triple in the left center gap in his last at bat to score 3. And a swing and a miss on another slider. The ball gets away, but nobody advances. Anyways, in the Derby, the hitters can use metal bats, can use wood bats. Doesn't matter. After each hitter goes through 10 outs, they'll have the chance to compete in the final. The top 2 will get to the final. A slider again. Jurston does a Vladimir Guerrero swing and hits it on the bounce, fouls it off. It's been 3 sliders in a row to him. And that'll bring the count to 0-2. It was an impressive swing, according to the first base coach. Right fielder slides into the gap. And a high fastball for ball 1. So the final 2 hitters in the Derby will have another chance for home runs with 10 more outs directly against each other. And whoever has the most between the 2 will be crowned champion and win a Nordstar Maple bat. Ball, and it gets away. That'll score a run for the future. So high fastball gets over Festing behind the plate, and it'll bring the score to 5-4. So tying run on third now with 1 out. We have an exciting matchup here. Tight game, good defense, good hitting, solid pitching. Up to Yerfston here to get another run, and a slider, swing and a miss. Tagged for the strikeout, so that's 2 down. Limited from Stockholm up to bat, who had a triple in his last appearance and has a pro-style 1-flap helmet that looks pretty sweet. Got an open stance. The throw from the lefty fouled into the trees. The Futures would love to score here again and tie it up. The pitch from O'Coin is, swing and a miss. That was firm. Mid to high 80s on the fastball. And the Marud swings and misses. So he's got 2 strikes on him. The tying run on third. And O'Coin sets and throws. Looks like a cutter or a slider. For a ball, low and outside. Good pitch with 2 strikes. 1-2 here to the Stockholm batter with a Stockholm player on third. A zippy fastball fouled back to the rubber behind home plate. Still 1-2, several foul balls here, so limited perhaps timing it up. O'Coin wearing the Rättvik hat sets and throws. Slider and a comebacker. Fields it and throws to first for the out. Nice defensive play by O'Coin. So that'll wrap up the 6th inning. It's 5-4. We'll head into the 7th with the Eurostars trying to tack on a few more here.
Eftersom regnet var omkring lägenheten istället så finns det då Lasse Kusten.
Elias, how's it going out here on the field?
It's going pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. How do you feel about your RBI single? Felt very nice. Yeah. How do you feel about your number 69 jersey?
Very nice. I'm proud to. I'll be out there representing Gävle.
Yes, representing Gavle. You want to do some capitals?
No. You can fake some hands.
Dude, you're the capitals guy. How can I do capitals with like limit?
Hey, our ball's not coming back. I got one ball back. I've been putting them in the car.
Yeah, it's only one.
Maybe they're going to the show. Yeah, let's try to. Hey, yeah, let's try to not use any. Let's try to. We need at least.
Have you guys gone through one bucket already?
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Okay.
We probably needed more than 6, but.
Yeah, because we'll need a
I
lot
was
for the derby.
hoping for 1 box per game
And then four for the derby, yeah. Yeah.
4 for the derby means we're gonna have to have good shaggers and.
And somebody maybe standing behind left. That would help.
I mean, at the same time, if a ball goes out there, it's gonna be pretty wet.
But I mean, if it's you get it immediately, it'll be
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
The other thing is we have as many of these balls.
safe too. Yeah,
Bucket after this.
I agree.
But I don't know if kids are bringing balls back to the shops. They may have some there.
Yeah, good ask. You guys good on pitching to go 9? Yeah, I mean you're in the 7th now.
Mike's not on.
Right. It's always begins.
You have Joe Mike to do it.
Yeah,
Great game though. 5-4, yeah, love it. All right, heading to the top of the 7th. Felix Hill headed to the mound for the Futures. He goes straight from the stretch and a low fastball. He's got pink shoelaces. Cool look. Wearing a Sweden Academy hat. The pitch is low to Järfsten, the leadoff hitter. Nobody on here, top of the 7th. And a line shot. Hoagland can't handle it. He throws to first. It'll be tight. And got him at first. Nice recovery by Hoagland. That ball was smoked down the line off of Hoagland's glove, but he recovered and got the out at first. We're gonna all butcher infield here for the Futures with Järfsten at first. Alex and Samberdy is up the middle, and then Hoagland in third. And a foul ball into the grass by Dylan O'Brien, who looks a lot like Rick Astley. Like a lot like Rick Astley. And that's a high ball. So 1-1 count. He's got a Rick Astley walk-up song. So he must have a mirror or two that works in his house. And a foul. Kind of an emergency swing there on a low fastball. Fouls it back into the screen. 2 strikes to O'Brien. And a bouncing ball in the dirt. Blocked by Norzell. Ground ball to short. Fielded by Berias and thrown out. For out number 2, nice easy inning so far for Felix Hill. I'll bring up Anders Stord, his first at bat of the day. Stewart comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. A flat bat and a low stance. And slider for a strike. Strike 1 to Stewart. Hill sets and throws a low fastball. Bring the count to 1-1. I got to think that Albin Check may be going out to pitch next inning for the Stars. And strike 2 on a low fastball. Check was warming up for about an inning and a half. And looks like he's preparing to go out there. Slider in the dirt. Ball 2. The 2-2 count, nobody on, and 2 outs. Hill steps off, checks the count, and resets. He throws and a high slider. Stewart lets it go. No swing. Hill is working fast out there, pretty much getting right back on the mound as soon as he gets the ball. And a low slider, Stewart swings. It is flared to right. That's a single right in between the second baseman and right fielder. So the Stars will have a hit and a base runner here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. So we've got a pinch runner here. Will Landsberg goes out to run for Stewart. And we'll bring up Victor Lindqvist, who comes up with a runner on first and 2 outs. We'll have a 7th inning stretch in between this half inning. So as close to a professional baseball experience as you can get here in Sweden. There's a pick to first. So still no count here. Runner on first. A low setup. The throw. A flare to left. That's going to be fair. Bounces right in front of the line. The left fielder picks it up. The runner's going to go home. Burias holds on to it at short. So that's another run on the RBI double by Lindqvist. So that'll bring the score up to 6-4 now for the Stars. That ball was barely fair, maybe a handful of centimeters fair. But there's a clear white line on the grass, and it was an easy call. So that'll bring up Isak Fasting, who has flood pants on with just the stirrup showing. Runner on second, and a big swing on the fastball down the middle. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Nordstell. So we've got a 1-1 count to the 9 hitter for Eurostars. Ball high, 2-1. Hill does not want to walk this hitter and face the leadoff with a runner in scoring position. Lindqvist on second is leaning back for drawing a pickoff. Not a pickoff throw, but a pickoff move there. Hill sets and throws. High, 3-1. So imagine it will be a strike here to avoid the walk. The pitch is a fastball high. Runner goes. Nordstell throws him out at third. Wow. So what would have been another base runner in the leadoff actually turns into a caught stealing at third to get them out of the inning. So we now have the bottom of the seventh, 6-4 Stars. The Futures still have a great chance to score here. They've got a good lineup, and you wonder how much pitching the Stars have left. As a coin is going out for his third inning, and Gary Johnson will lead the crowd in the seventh inning stretch.
Give a shout out to Elias Nordso on Instagram and Elias_Nordso. So thank you. Den var så innan, men liksom kunde man bara... Ja, vinner bara slutet här.
All right, heading into the bottom of the seventh here. We have 2 strikes to Philip Drugge. Strike 3 on a high fastball. It was a mighty swing, but could not make contact on that one. Bring up Axel Hansen, who takes ball 1. So 1 ball and a 2-run lead for the Stars. That's fouled back. 1-1 count with 1 out here. It's been a great game, pitching, defense, and hitting. And we have a tight score here in the 7th. It's a high ball, 2-1. Point throws and high again. 3-1. The Futures would love a base runner here with their leadoff coming up. Nordstell, the leadoff, has hit well today. There's ball 4. That'll put Hansen on first and bring up Elias Nordstell. So we got 1 out here with the runner on first. Nordstell has a walk and a single today. And swings and fouls off the high slider. One out here. We have a runner on first. The leadoff hitter up, a pickoff. Not close. Over at first. One strike here to Nordcell. A slider swings and grounded to first, but off the glove of Johannesson. It was kind of a weird, slow bouncer that didn't take super natural hops, so we'll call that one a hit for Nordcell, who has 2 hits on the day. And we now have a runner on first and second with 1 out and the 2-hitter up for the Futures, Alex Burias. So Burias, the lefty, and there's a pickoff, but no throw again. Messing around with Hansel over at second. So Burias has a ground out. Last at bat versus O'Coin. But a good bat. And slider for a strike. So that'll be strike 1. He would love to get a ball in the gap and potentially tie the game up. O'Coin checks the runner, throws, and looked like a cutter, fouled. So Bodie has made contact, but just a bit, fouled it straight down. He's got 2 strikes on him now. 2 strikes only, no balls. So probably defending against a high pitch and a slider low, fouled again. So 0-2 still to Bodie S. Seen several off-speed pitches this at bat, so you have to think the fastball is coming soon. And there it is, strike 3. That might have been a cutter. I think it had some side spin on it, but it was fairly straight, high and outside, and Burias misses. That'll bring up Hans Höglund with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. It's a 2-run lead for the Stars. Here in the bottom of the 7th, we will be able to play 9 innings today. So O'Coin sets and throws. And the ball bounces away. It's a slider in the dirt. That'll advance the runners. So now with the single, the Futures could tie the game up here. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. He does have a base open, but Sam Burias is on deck. You don't want to pitch to him with the bases loaded. So you figure he's going to come after Höglund here. He sets and throws. And a slider fouled. Might have been a cutter. Pitch moved, not a ton, but was enough to draw the foul. So the 3-hitter up with runners in scoring position for the Futures. Great chance for them to score here, tie the game. There's a high fastball for a ball. We got 1 ball and 2 strikes here. The pitch is slider. Oh, that's actually strike 2. I had the wrong count, just using my eyes only here. So that will be a strike. Höglund still up. The pitch, a cutter, high. So the count is 3-2, full count here. So expect something to happen on this pitch. Defense is prepared. The pitch. A strike 3 on a fastball. That's going to end the inning. Big pitch there by O'Coin to keep the score to 2. It's 6-4. We're heading into the top of the 8th.
That was just like some. A lot of people have noticed the difference without knowing that we had worked together, and he noticed it. Just like, oh, that hitting I told you after. I get to notice. Much can happen in 3 days. Yeah.
So top of the 8th here. Eurostars up to bat, hoping to add on to their lead. With Felix Hill going out for a second inning of work. There's been very good pitching on both sides in this Futures game. The Eurostars played last year in the All-Star weekend in 2 games and had a 6-5 loss to the World team. A very exciting game as their strike 1 to ESEC Vesting. And also lost to the Sweden All-Star team, but it was a good showing by the Eurostars. So there's ball in the dirt. We are expecting them to be back in future All-Star games. This club is a mix of butchers, Americans, legends, Stockholm, Leksand players, people from all over, really. There's no criteria for having a roster spot on the Eurostars, but there's a strike fouled by Vesting. The Futures team was invite only, and these players were all recommended by their respective coaches and won a spot on this club, and they're playing well today. There's a foul ball on a slider over the third base line. So Vesting now has 2 strikes and 2 balls. Albinchek warming up again in the bullpen. He's been warming up for about 4 innings. You know, sometimes it's difficult to know when to get warmed up as a reliever. If you're needing to go in a tight situation, sometimes you got to warm up super fast. In a situation like this where he'll likely start the next inning, he can take his time, but there's ball 3, actually ball 4 to Vesting. Second walk of the day. Sometimes as a reliever, you have to warm up quickly, sit, and then warm up slow, maybe sit again, warm up fast, just depending on the situation of the game. So not an easy job at all. So Will Landsberg comes in again to pinch run for the catcher, ESEC Vesting, who's had a pretty good day at the plate today in the 9 spot. It'll bring up Alfred Glovo. who just barely missed a triple down the line in his last at bat. Hill checks the runner, sets, and throws. Ball in the dirt, and the runner takes off. It was blocked well by Nordsell, but looks like Landsberg on first read the ball in dirt and advanced before Nordsell even hopped up. So we got a runner on second now with nobody out. Top of the eighth, high for a ball. Yeah. Tough situation here for Hill. He sets working very quickly. Again, another high fastball. He's missed there a couple of times. That's the runner, and another fastball. That's a strike. Check down for him here. The pitch, a slider, and strike three on the slider. Never mind. Strike two on the slider. Tuomas Jensen got a little excited back there, hoping to ring him up, but it was not quite there. 3-2. And there's ball four. Ball squirts away. So we now have a runner on first and third. So runners on first and third here. He takes off for second, but the ball is off of Nordsell's glove. He stumbles a bit. So it was a straight steal. Not sure if they had a play on, but it advances the runner. So we've got now runners on second and third with a brother matchup here, Felix to Max. Both players for Stockholm who's had a pretty good season there in second place in the Elite Series South. He sets and throws. It's a strike, swinging strike on a big swing. Looking to hit a home run on that one. A big uppercut on that swing, so I think he was aiming for the short fence in left field. And slider low. No. The pitch. A line shot to left. That'll be down. It's going to score two. Laufke hucks it in, and it's fielded by Hill. That'll be a 2 RBI single. Bring the score up to 8-4 in favor of the Eurostars. So the Futures are running out of chances to win this game. Joel Johnson up to hit. There's still no outs here. So Johnson up. He's a dangerous hitter. And you have speed on first base. Max Hill had a big lead over there. So he could be looking to run. The pitch. High. The ball had a little velocity on that one. I think he reached back a little bit more and tried to add to it. But it missed high. The runner goes. A sky-high pop-up. Buriez at shortstop settles under it and makes the catch. He had to range over to a spot just behind third base. It would have been a tough play for the third baseman who was running directly back. Buriez, the shortstop, had the best route to it. So that'll give us 1 out and a runner on first. Bjorn Johannesson up to bat. So Hill again on first. He takes off. Fastball high. The throw is good, but not in time. So stolen base there by Hill. We got a runner on second now and 1 out. Ball low. It was a good pitch to throw to second on, but Hill was a little bit too fast getting to the base. A pick and not close. He spins and throws on that pick. Easily to somebody as that short. Hill throws a foul back by the kiosk. So typically if batter's fouling a ball straight back, that means their timing is good, but they just hit the ball on the wrong part of the bat. So perhaps Johannesson is timed up Felix Hill correctly. Another pick and gets away briefly, but no advancement. And there's a slider for strike 2. Good slider. So a single here would likely get another run for the Stars as they have an 8-4 lead at the moment. And a high fastball, strike 3. So that'll be 2 outs for the Stars. Runner still on second. They've got a 4-run lead, so with the way O'Coin is pitching for the Stars, it might be hard for them to get 4, but we don't know who will be out there next inning pitching for the Stars. O'Coin might be done. Here's Jefferson, who's hit 4 line drives today, and there's a ball in the dirt taken. Ball 1. Jefferson also has the 1 flap on his batting helmet, the pro style look. High socks and white cleats, wearing number 1 on the Stars. And there's a grounder to third, fielded by Höglund. He goes for the out at third and tags out Max Hill. Great defense by Höglund again, fielding the ball on his backside and getting the tag play at third. So that'll end the inning. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, it is 8-4 Eurostars.
I'm on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't ever gonna come one day. Now I'm deep on something and I'm just gonna breeze through wind through my feet on the bottom of the
You're done? Do you know if they're selling burgers today? I thought Ronnie was going to make some.
You know, it's peaceful when you need to. Back.
Yeah, if you wanted a dry sport, should have basketball or something. Volleyball.
Alex will get you out of the jam for the imports.
You can still pitch later? If like emergency, not for like 2 innings. Good to know. I wrote out a lineup, but I need to check and see like who's actually here and so you can still pitch. Yeah, it might be later in the game because we have the Carl Skuga guy starting. Dylan's going at least 2, maybe 3. We have several two-way guys. I'll pitch a couple. So if you come in, it won't be a ton of pitches. But I'll try not to use you if I'm not. Do you want to hit it all? No? Okay. So bottom of the 8th inning here. Albin Ishek on the mound for the Euro Stars. So he's the 3rd pitcher of the day for the Stars and the only lefty from Rättvik, or on Rättvik's roster. The Eurostars have pitched 3 lefties today, though. Landsberg, Aucoin, and Sheck, all throwing with their left hand. However, Landsberg and Aucoin just came for this event today. Check, sets, and throws to Sam Burias. Ball 1 in the dirt. Burias has hit the ball well today. He had a double in the gap to right field earlier and pitched well. There's a check swing, grounder to third, and fielded by Oscar Yersten and thrown to first for out number 1. It looked like a high fastball that fooled Burias. Got a little half swing and an easy ground ball for the first out. It will bring up Felix Hill, the pitcher for the Futures. So Hill, who has a similar batting stance to his brother, takes strike 1. Nobody on and 1 out here. The pitch, slider away. That's ball 1. So 1-1 count here with a 4-run lead for the Stars. Fouled back to the grass for strike 2. So 1-2 count here to Felix Hill. Check, sets, and throws. Looks like a changeup low. Bounced right in front of the catcher Festing, who made a nice block on that ball. 2-2 count with nobody on. The pitch is high for ball 3. So a full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another ball would put Felix Hill on first base, and a strike would get him out. It's strike 3, a slider on the outside corner. Nice backdoor movement. The pitch starts looking like it's going to be outside off of the plate and then breaks so that it can curve over the plate for a strike. You can think Check almost sneaks the ball in over the plate, and it fooled Felix Hill. We got here Ole Jørsten with nobody on. Another slider fouled off his back foot. Looks like he'll be okay. A lot of chatter from the defense. talking to the hitter, talking to the coaches, each other. One strike here. A big swing on a low fastball. Huge swing. He is looking to put the ball over that XL Big Silly on sign out in left center field. He has the power to do it. 2 strikes though. And that one's high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th inning. It is 8-4. As a reminder, we have the home run derby coming up at about 2:30. It will depend exactly on when this game ends, but this game is scheduled to end maybe just after 2 o'clock. It's 1:44 at the moment. We've got another inning to play. So the derby may start 15 or 20 minutes after scheduled. And strike 3. The ball gets away, so Yerfston can run to first base. So he's actually going to get on first base with a strikeout. It's a little known rule in baseball. If there's a swinging strike 3 and the catcher does not catch the ball and there's no one on first base, the batter can actually run to first. So Yerfston is on first base on a strikeout. There's still 2 outs, bringing up Tobias Glimmerud. And another fly ball to left from him. Looks like Lindqvist is camped and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So that'll bring us to the top of the 9th. There's team gear, and I think there's a team back here. Yeah, there's a team bag that's around here somewhere that you can use. It's right there. There. Yeah, you can use that. Nice. Love that. All right, headed to the top of the 9th here. We have Ville Laufke out to pitch. And some defensive changes. Looks like Felix Hill has gone from pitcher to shortstop. Samberius has moved from shortstop to third base. And Hans Högland has moved out to left field. So Laufke and Nordsell, the catcher, go over the signs, and so they can understand what pitches Laufke has. And we hear the Imperial March from Star Wars Episode 5 playing in the background. Dylan O'Brien must be shaking in his boots hearing this song. He's up to bat with nobody on in the top of the ninth. The pitch, a ball away. So 1 ball to O'Brien. There is a line shot down the line. That ball is smoked. It's going to bounce off the Rättviks glass sign on the fence and actually roll under the fence. Högland puts both of his hands up, signifying that he has lost the ball. So it will be an automatic double for Dylan O'Brien to lead off the inning here. We've got Max Hill warming up in the bullpen. Looks like he's going to close this game out today. Anders Stor up to hit. He had a single his last at bat. We got a runner on second base, and that ball is sailed way over the catcher. There's nobody covering home, but Laufke scampers on over there to prevent O'Brien from scoring. That pitch was, I think if Anders was standing on sticks, he probably could not have hit that pitch. It was way over his head. So runner on third, nobody out. The pitch is away. Two balls here to Stewart. And ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a tough play. Hill fields it and throws out at first base. Ooh, bang, bang play, but Roger Erickson says he's out. So that was a fantastic play by the shortstop Felix Hill to run maybe 4 meters, 5 meters to his left field and throw to beat Anders Stewart first base, who disagrees with the call. He's shaking his head as he's coming back into the dugout, but he did get an RBI, so it was a great at-bat nevertheless. So 9-4 now in favor of the Eurostars. There's one out here. Lindqvist up to hit. A slider for a ball. That one's going to be low. Laufke throws another ball. Lindqvist has cool Stockholm socks on. They're green with white S's on them. There's a ball 4. He flips the bat and runs over to first. Laufke is kicking himself for that one. It'll bring up Isak Fasting, who has 2 walks today. High Stirrups and Spice Girls as his walk-up song. I would say he kind of is a vibe going up to the plate. So Fasting's got some power. And he lines it in between the first and second baseman. Hansen, the right fielder, runs in and fields it, but that'll be a single for Fasting, who's had a very good day at the plate. A hit and 2 walks. So we've got 1 out, runners on first and second, and Will Landsberg. It'll end. Roger, how many outs? 1.
Am I hitting still?
I think you can take a sub if you want. Yeah.
Ja, men ge mig typ 2-3 till.
So Will Landsberg up to hit. He's I'm not quite sure where he fits into this lineup because Festing was the 9 hitter, and I see the leadoff on deck. So I guess Landsberg is the 9.5 hitter. However, there's not a whole lot of rules regarding the substitution in this game, so I don't see anybody in the future's dugout scrambling for the rule book. So Landsberg first at bat of the day. He threw about 4 innings earlier, and there's another balk by Lofke. So once again, Swedish baseball game, you have to have at least 1 balk. And we've been blessed with 2 today. So we got runners on second and third, 1 out for Landsberg. And a 9-4 score. And there is a ball on the slider. Lofke seems to be struggling to find the strike zone right now. And there's another ball. So bases are loaded for Glovo, the leadoff man. This game was very close until about the 8th inning when the Eurostars pulled way ahead. They haven't looked back. So we got bases loaded and 1 out. And a slider for a strike. So Glovo comes up with 1 out and the bases loaded. And that's going to be high. Ground ball would get him out of this, but do have some speed at the plate. And that one's going to be away, but it's close. Looks like Nordsell held the ball there for a second to show his dissatisfaction with the call. Lofke throws. That is also away, so 3-1 is the count. One out here. And there's a line shot to right. That's going to get over the head of Hansen. And there's going to be a lot of runs scoring here. Glovo is running to third. They're going to send it. They're going to hold him up at third base for a triple. So he gets his triple and 3 RBIs. That'll make it 12-4. So this game has gotten out of hand fairly quickly. It's almost 2. Yeah. So I think Joel maybe will after it. Ball 1 to Hill, who's up with runner on third base and 1 out.
Hey, kör Wille.
Slider is grounded up the middle, fielded by Felix Hill and out at first, but the run comes in. So we got 2 outs now. 13-4 is the score. I'll bring up Joel Johnson. Bases are empty, and we have 2 outs here. Remember, the home run derby will be coming up in maybe 45 minutes or so now. I think we'll have to push it back by about 15 minutes. We still have one more half inning to play here. That'll be ball 1. So 1 ball here to Joel Johnson. Ball 2.
Hey, sure, Villa.
Yeah, we got 6. And that'll be ball 3. I think we should let this play out. Well, no, we got to do it on time, just Hunter. We got to do it on time. I mean, I think 2:45 probably.
What's the official 2:30?
2:30 is the official.
I think if we started at 2:45 or something.
Yeah, because you give people a little break. It won't take us very long to set up the field. That's going to be a walk to Johnson. All we need to do is put the mats on and then set up the L screen, so it won't take a ton of time to set up.
I think we could play the bottom of this one.
Yeah.
Just to keep action going. We don't want a long pause.
Max will throw strikes, so.
Yeah. What's the bottom of
All right, so Bjorn Johannesson will come up to bat and with a runner on first and 2 outs. So there's another ball. To Johannesson. The runner on first, it is another ball high. I asked him already. He said he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but I talked.
So we ball 3 in the dirt.
Hey, Villa.
Hey, Brian.
John asked me yesterday if he could do a Clogo. I told him, yeah, you can be the sub. So he maybe can do it. Yeah. And there's a strike. So 3-1. With 2 down, a runner on first, and a 9-run lead for the Stars. It's really gotten out of hand the last 3 innings. Third ball 4. Tomas. So we bring up Oscar Jerfston with 2 outs. Top of the 9th here. And a 9-run lead. Strike 1 on a foul that goes back by the fans, and it actually goes right in somebody's seat back there. One strike to Jerfston, who's had a good day at the plate today. Ground ball to third. Burias Fields throws to first and scooped by Yersten. So that'll be 3 outs. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth here. Last chance for the Futures, who's got a 9-run deficit to make up for. It's 13-4, bottom 9.
Samma för dålig arm så att det kommer fram till personaten. You're in the hole. You're in the hole. Du får Oscars här. Slå det alltså. Ja, när jag säger Tona, han poängar med bollar. Hey, no combos, guys. Just double it. Oh, yeah, no combos. Run long base. Don't do it or do it. That's the younger player. Hey, Hans. I don't care. Du ska lägga in det. Det var skrus. Kom on, bombar. Ja. Det är sant. Du springer in kul. Nej, tack. Det är bara golen i.
Hey, Daniel, before the derby starts, I might need you or your dad to hop on the mic and explain the rules to everybody in Sligo. So I kind of wrote it in the caption, but I'm gonna what's going on. Maybe your dad,
Ask my dad to do that.
since you're hitting in
I
it.
kind of want to take it through swings first, or
Mhm.
it's gonna be ugly.
We're gonna go with the order that is on the Instagram post from left to right. So Kale first, you.
I'm gonna try to hit before those, so you know it's like the guys who are hitting are out here, like
Yeah,
you know, high fiving, having a good time.
that's a good idea. And then I think Hunter maybe will move to last in case he shows up when it's good.
I forget. Are we doing like whoever hits the most in their 10? Is that it, or are we doing multiple rounds?
So it's gonna be well, yeah. We'll all meet after this game ends. Everybody in the competition. It'll be one round. You get 10 outs, as many home runs as you can. The top 2 will go to a final, and it'll just be between those 2, and the count will reset for the final. If there's a tie in the first round, then nice. If there's a tie, then no tiebreaker in the first round. It'll just be like let's say the first place person has 6 bombs, and then second has 5, and third has 5.
Yeah.
Both the guys with 5 will advance, so you'll have a 3-person final. If there's a tie in the final, it'll be a 5-swing playoff. And if there's still a tie, then it will be based on Elias as the judge, whoever has the best home runs. Max Hill out to close for the Eurostars. He got a 9-run lead. We have Bjorn Johannesson back there to catch. The Swedish legend has put the gear back on and gotten behind the dish. John Michael Johnson up to bat, his first at-bat of the day. The pitch from Hill is a fastball blooped into right, and that's going to be a single. So runners on first base with, looks like Joel Johnson is playing shortstop. Not a typical shortstop out there. The rest of the defense, you got Isak Fasting at first. And it looks like nothing else has changed other than Will Landsberg playing right. So that brings up Axel Hansen with Joe Michael on first. Hansen up to bat. Nobody out. And a strike down in the zone. Set and throws. Fouled back to the street. You are hitting. Yeah, you're hitting first. So we're gonna do a meeting after this game, and we're just gonna get everybody on the same page. So there's a strike on Hansen. We'll probably start at 2:45 since this game's gone a bit long. Hanson's still up to hit with a runner on first and a 9-run lead for the Stars. The pitch, a slider strike 3. So that's 1 out to bring up Elias Norcel. So 2 outs left here for the Futures to come back from this 9-run deficit. Nordsel's had a good day at the plate with a couple balls hit hard, a single and a walk. The pitch, a grounder to second. This could end the game. Flipped out at 2 and double play. That'll end the game. Final score is Eurostars 13 and Futures 4. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be starting the Home Run Derby in about 30 minutes from now. So check out the stream there, and we'll see you later. Thank you, man. That's super fun.
Thank you.
Ja, vi ser strax på.